Hi, everybody. This is Mary with your November full beaver moon reading for anybody who's tuning in. So, for the collective, for general, it's just what needs to be released and what is it that we're making room for. It's basically what we're going to be asking. What needs to be released and what is this? Okay, Spirit, what is it for this new moon in Beaver that needs to be released, and what is it that we're making room for? What is it we're making room for? Wow. Ooh, that one jumped right out. Two of them. All right. I am just wondering if we need more cards or if... All right. I think that we're going to call this ready. It looks like... Because sometimes when I ask for the cards, I do have specific questions in mind when I'm shuffling and when I'm letting the cards fly out. But sometimes Spirit wants to give me more or different. Sometimes it wants to say, yeah, release this to make room for that, and here's what you need to do. And sometimes it says, yeah, in order to get to this, this needs to be released. So sometimes the order is all, the message is the same, it's just the interpretation. Sometimes I have to figure out what they mean. Oh, I didn't pick that yet. Let us decide on overall. We're going to go with a spirit animal. See what overall energy we have for this reading. I'm going to set this aside so I have a few inches to shuffle. Whoopsie. I'm getting a pretty good sense of what this reading is about, but I kind of like to ask, and this might just be a blessing or something instead. You might see, you might tie it all together as a story, or it might just be, a little hug, or a piece of advice, or, yeah. That was just a little blessing. All right. So the Five of Air, and I often, this is the Good Tarot that I'm using by Colette Baron Reid, and I often consult the book because they can describe it much better than me. It's my job to pull the story together, but I rely on the way they word things to help me interpret the meaning and grasp the emotion and the message behind it. So this is the Five of Air. It's a gorgeous card. They all are. They're beautiful. I think that's one of the reasons I was drawn to tarot is the artwork for all tarot, not just this deck. You can see perhaps it's really tough because even in real life, it's really hard to see that she is she's on point. She's very gifted a dancer who's on point on a tightrope. She's on a wire, on point. So that is some serious balance. But in order to have that kind of balance, there's a lot of tension, right? And tension can be conflict. Well, even if it is conflict, it's usually tension is necessary. Conflict is necessary. It gives you balance. There's harmony. You can't see good if you haven't been through bad. You know, if it's all good, you just have nothing to balance it against. You have nothing to compare it to. So this gives us, this is about tension or conflict. I don't know about what. But it also, because there's clouds and birds flying and all of that, you get the sense that there's nothing like, there's no impending doom happening here. It's just, I'm so sorry there's so much glare on these cards. It's just tension. Tension is whatever it is. See if I can move these over a bit. Well, that's not much better. And then the Six of Earth. Earth is the card or the suit of physical manifestation. It has to do with like jobs and employment, and in a traditional tarot, it's more about pentacles. But when I see Earth, it is the physical manifestation of stuff, but I also see Earth as a worker, like a worker bee. Well, I guess Pentacles does talk about that too. So here's this beautiful stag, and this is about unexpected resources, happy surprises, and being generous. And I will come back to that and read you the meaning in a minute. But that kind of makes sense. So if there's tension here and conflict, what's coming in is this release, but I don't think this is the thing to be released. I think this is the thing that you notice, like, wow, I have resources I didn't know about. So releasing the fear to see this. And this is part of the release, right? And then the call, this is like just finding your purpose. And the messenger of fire, I think we're releasing, I think it's unspoken here, but I believe it's fear, and it's because of this. This is about knowing about the resourcefulness, the unexpected surprise, and you're tense, but all of a sudden this unexpected surprise comes in, and so you're, all of a sudden you are filled with this excitement and passion for an adventure of some sort. Might not be a real adventure, and we still are pretty much in this country locked down with COVID, so you can't really go, adventure to the store. You know, maybe it's a mental adventure or a business thing or something creative, but it's something creative, but it also has to do with revealing to you what your purpose is, so your calling. That's lovely. It really is. And then this page of Earth. Again, Earth is about the physical manifestation. And the page, usually the page is about some kind of motion, but he's about commitment here. Commitment to prosperity. And at the first signs of tangible success, undeniable evidence that hard work pays off, dreams are grounded in reality, a start of new projects, which makes sense because you've just been called to your purpose here with a creative passion for a new adventure. And this is being called to do something new. King of Fire, He is the master. He's the spiritual influencer. So, of course, it's tarot, so there's always a spiritual component to everything here. And it says, when I am aligned with spirit, I am a powerful leader who inspires others. My mastery benefits others as I teach them, directly at times and indirectly at others, modeling what they might aspire to. How can I be confident in my own abilities and wisdom without becoming rigid or closed off to new ideas? So that is the question he asked himself. But you've got this. This is beautiful. This is great. So you have new moon or the full moon coming in. Usually it's like a big something that needs to be released, and I think that that's just the sense of tension and fear. Or maybe this is it. Oh, here we go. So this is the Three of Air. This is God's protection, whatever. Rejection is God's protection. And behind her is the Ten of Fire. So you got to burn off whatever isn't serving you, understanding that whatever may have happened that feels like rejection is really a pause. And this tension you're feeling here is so that you can catch your balance, so that you can be aware of this little surprise that comes in, or this surprise gift. It's resourcefulness. I think this all speaks to this being not a physical gift, but it's something about your own creativity perhaps, but resourcefulness, so that you'll find this passion to embark, and maybe these two work together. This is about your calling, your purpose, and this is about a new adventure. So they work together. So your calling is, you're going to adventure, and it's going to be the direction you're supposed to be. It's your purpose. Page of Earth is about the dedication and starting to see the physical manifestation of your efforts, and this guy is just there to, I guess, to just say, how can I not be too haughty with this? How can I not be too rigid? How can I stay open to other ideas? But I think that this is about this. You're calling, this adventure, you're starting something. Usually the full moon is about getting rid of something, and I think that is getting rid of limbo, perhaps. I mean, she's here in limbo, and this gift coming in, this is almost like a new moon reading, but something has to give way. So I think it is about fear and indecision, perhaps, for you. And then these guys, Canary Spirit is sing your own song, which I think has to do with your purpose, and let it shine, which also has to do with just living your authentic, true self, just being you, and whatever it is you need to let go of. Here, again, rejection is God's protection, so whatever perceived rejection, just treat it like a pause, like a intermission, so that you can catch your balance. And once you've got your footing, you'll notice things. So this little surprise, unexpected resources will become apparent to you, so that you might recognize then your purpose, your calling, and either you're going to light a fire underneath yourself to embark on a new adventure that will bring you to your purpose, or maybe your purpose is calling to you to start this adventure, which brings you to this, which of course then this is just staying wise and staying open to things. That's pretty amazing. I'm not even sure I need to clarify stuff. It seems clear to me. And I'm trying to keep these under 20 minutes so you all don't get too bored. I am just going to ask trying to see which deck is speaking to me. I have a deck in my hands. I'm going to go ahead and try see if Shadowscapes Tarot has anything to add to your reading. I'm going to set this deck off to the side so I have just a couple of inches here to shuffle. Yeah, this is really making sense to me. So this is really, and a lot of us have had extra time to spend with ourselves, and so maybe we're getting clear. Yeah, and this is the world, right? This is what jumped out. So the world is about a new perspective. I'm going to read to you what it says, because every tarot book and deck has their own meaning about things. So I want to see if there's that in there. And then I was seeing what the world says with this one. It's amazing. It's about balance. Oops, I think I want to double check. Oh, no. I was on the wrong page. I didn't think that was right. There we go, the world. Now the artwork on these are amazing too. I'm hoping you can see these pretty well. Satisfaction and peace of mind, a successful conclusion, and the end is in sight. Achieving balance, melding and blending in to bring together unison the multiple songs of life. The world card is a card of realized goals and prosperity. It's a state of completion, though not without the share of involvement and hard work to attain, which is all these earth cards you see her, the hard work. Lost my place. When one's goals have been reached, there is a space, a quiet breath of a moment in time when feeling of ultimate fulfillment spills through the consciousness. It is a wondrous and precious moment, culmination of hard work to see your dreams come true and to know that elusively mythical treasure promised in fairy tales, the heart's desire. That is remarkable. Sorry, I keep doing this one off screen, but here you go. Here's the world card. So there you have it. So you finding your purpose, going for that adventure, building whatever it is, staying not rigid. Just kind of moving along with the flow and the energy brings you to this. And this is all because you feel like you had some kind of rejection. That's amazing. That is a lovely, lovely message. So that's what the full moon is bringing in for people who tune into this reading. I hope this brings you some hope. It's been a rough year. Hope, maybe clarity. I hope you get something from it in any case. And thanks for watching. Have a great couple weeks. I'll see you in the new moon. Bye.